There's a question that I often like to ask or wonder about, even when I listen to songwriters, and I think it's one that I like in this context because I think that it might reveal something to students, and that is, how often do you write? How often have you written a song that you really didn't necessarily write it for an audience, and maybe this was really something where you're working through something inside
Oh my
yourself.
God! Oh yeah, I got those.
And that ultimately, you find that you end up playing it for people, and and it works. And I say all that because, in your case, you have written some of the most incredibly revealing songs that I've ever heard anybody do. And so, but talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So for me, songwriting, I can't write a song about something I just think that's a good idea to write a song about. That doesn't work for me. It has to come from my emotional, it just has to. I'm that kind of writer. People in Nashville are making a lot of money because they have that other ability and I don't have it. So I'm definitely coming from what's going on with me. And some of my songs, it could be argued, are too personal. But when you ask that question, I go immediately to this one song that I wrote for myself to figure it out. And it is personal, but I have kind of learned that if I, within reason, get personal enough here, somebody in the audience is going to hear a song that connects to them. And it doesn't mean I've like saved them or anything, but it might, talk to them in a way and give them a way of talking about something. So, I had a 20-year relationship, and when it ended, it was very difficult for me. And I did not write any songs because I did not want to go near that emotional spot. I'm like, I'm not writing any songs. I played guitar for months. I'm just playing a guitar. And when I finally met Charlie, I was feeling less distraught enough, and he said, you got to write a song. And this song came out in one night. That hardly ever happens to me. And I hadn't, but it was totally about me needing to say this to you. I mean, you never want to break up with a songwriter because all they do is they write songs about you. We're both songwriters. I mean, it was sort of like, I'm going to aim my song at you. And I was bad about it. I mean, I really was bad. But for me, the song has to resonate with me in my belly, for it to work. And for whatever reason, the way I am built, you have to get pretty personal to get in there, I guess. I come from a very, one half, as very waspy, sort of ethereal family, or cerebral family, where you don't have emotion in the room. It's not polite. So how this works is that I'm finally not thinking that I'm going to be alone for life and it's awful and how I will survive, because I've met this wonderful man. And I have written nothing all summer. And I think you gave me the assignment to write about that or something. You said, somehow Charlie gave me the assignment that night. He's in Boston, I'm in Utah, we're far away, and he said, I want you to write a song. And the other thing I want to say is that this melody is not an original event. The songs that are very emotional for me, the melody, I'm not really worried about making it an original event. This is from listening to Randy Newman play piano on albums for years. I love his chord progressions. And the closest you can, for me, get to it is to be an open D. This is totally Randy Newman. I mean, I didn't make that up. Say I don't play this very much anymore, too much, because I worried that the audience would come up to me afterwards and go, are you okay? And when I have a song where the audience comes after and goes, are you okay? I know that it's so personal that I can't always do it. So. Ever since you left, I have wondered what would be the first song started, all the pages I erased. I've thrown out as many lines as I watched over time find their way onto your face. When I was younger, this sort of song was an easier thing to write, 'cause back then the you was always wrong and the I was always right. But I have seen you bring about more than one moment of grace. It'll be a very long time till she can draw every line that I know by heart on your face. Ever since you left, I have wondered how to be your friend. For all the bright new beginnings, there is a price to pay for the end. It's not a complicated story, just a question of where to begin. 'Cause everyone's heard a song of two hers fighting over just one hymn. In all that I let go of, and all that I embrace, all of the time and every line you left behind on my face. I have heard about how forgiveness will help me to move on, and I don't know if this is forgiveness. All I know is this is the first song.